Squala, dead. Both Gon and Killua have been kidnapped by Chrollo and the troupe. It is all down to Kurapika, Leorio, and Melody. What's going to be their plan? Pakunoda is still top priority. Are they going to go after her? And are we going to have a hostage situation? That's what we're going to find out today. What's up, guys? It's Jughead here. Welcome back to our Let's Watch Hunter x Hunter series. Today we are going to be watching episode 57, Initiative and Law. Without any further ado, let's get right into the episode. So in 3, like the video. 2, subscribe please. 1, let's watch, shall we? Innocent bystanders stumbling upon a man with no head. Squala is gone. Kurapika's identity has been found out. Nobunaga is pissed. Three remaining allies. They found that out too. I can't wait to find out what plan they're going to try and come up with on the fly. Ooh. Drop Pakunoda as the target. Go after Chrollo now. They could... Killua and Gon could... That's a shot right there. Gon and Killua could, like, whisper to each other and Melody would still hear out in the distance. They could relay information just like that. Let's skip the intro. That's why I think Melody is such a sleeper, powerful ally to have. Such a sleeper. There's Leorio. Unsuspecting. But Leorio's already inside. Leorio would not be doing this on accident. He's doing this on purpose. It's almost that thing, you draw so much attention that they wouldn't expect someone like that to be an enemy. It's all the people that will be trying to hide themselves. But this guy being an obnoxious, loud person, the coded conversation, the coded messages. Yep, coded message. Leorio's smart. Darkness, close your eyes. 7 on the dot. Are they gonna shut off the lights? Yep, if the lights suddenly go dark. And close your eyes to adjust. Oh, Nobunaga is gonna be excited. Nobunaga wants to become friends with them so bad. There we go, yeah. Let's be friends, let's be allies. There's Gon and Killua closing their eyes. So they'll be adjusted to the darkness. They know no fear. Uh-oh. Let's stall. Stall! Stall for like a minute or two. Uh-oh. 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 Did that draw enough time? Choke in the air, kick her right in the face. Machi in the back, Pakunoda in the front. Combo. I want to see Gon and Killua as the duo. Kick their asses. Please. Your pure, unaltered memories. Simply scoop them up. 7 p.m. 7 on the dot. So she has it. She got it. But it's dark. She won't have time. He broke out of Fuck yeah. Kicked her right in the face. And broke her arm. How did... Uh-oh. How did Killua break out of Machi's strings? Again, that's the only thing we see of Nobunaga. His claws are stuck in her gut? Oh shit. Just dangling upside down. But, hey, where's Chrollo? Where's Chrollo? Is that the sword of law? Where's Chrollo? Kurapika snatched. Yep, where's your boss? Chain user. Got the boss. Oh, that looked like a whole sword, not just a little dagger. I thought that was going to be like a play on the sword of law, like throwing a sword. Discuss their memories and I'll kill him. Yep. Okay, she gathered all the memories, but... If they knew the chain user, why didn't my previous questioning trigger any memories? Interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot about that little fact right there. That they didn't even know. So Kurapika is Chrollo. They have the kids. It is going to be a hostage situation. Yeah, he already killed Uvogan. Has a vendetta against the troop. Why wouldn't he kill the leader? And Melody. Yep, Melody can hear. Melody would be able to hear it. Whatever Pakunoda says. Pakunoda's smart. Piecing this all together in a moment. Silence. But look how, like, still calm, cool, and collected they are. Paku, not so much. Paku looks distressed, but, like, they overall look calm, cool, and collected. Doesn't apply to my life or death. If I happen to die, one of you can replace me. Wow, look how young they look. Oh my god. They've been at this a long time. Oh my god. I need to go, I'm gonna go back right there. I want to go back. I want to look at them all. Look how young they all look. Ooh, Vogan, look at him. Nobunaga looks the exact fucking same though. Wow. Before Franklin with his droopy ears and everything. Oh my god, they look so young. Oh my god. Pakunoda before she was revealing her tits every time. Look how young he looks. Wow. Don't keep the individual alive, keep the spider alive. Pakunoda is in a complicated situation. He did die for the spider. So much to discuss this episode. I love it. Yeah, just shut up. Can she heal your arm? Even if it means I must betray the spider. Nobody's tailing him. Still in disguise too. Different wig this time. The girl's fortune didn't mention this part. Ooh. True. Damn! He's smart. Hey, you can punch him and you can get mad, but he is right. This part wasn't in the fortune. Nothing that happens in this car here right now does not matter. She can read his heart, the heartbeats. He's calm, cool, and collected. I can hear that he's accepted death. I can hear that he walks with death every day. Oh my god. He truly believes. What an advantage you can put yourself out like that with your resolve. That's the whole point. What are you people? Wow. What a conversation that was. What a scene. To take a simple car ride like that and make it so, like, on the edge of your seat, listening to every word. Now look at them all older, years later. How different Phaeton, Machi, Pakunoda all look. It all happened in under a second. That's all Kurapika needed. He's just gonna, yes. Kurapika would remember. I have nothing to say to you. It's so hard, like, not to like Chrollo. Chrollo's so fucking cool. Such an interesting character. You can't not like him. Like, you don't want Chrollo to die, because you want him to be a recurring character in this show for as long as possible. That was funny. Togashi knows how to perfectly layer in comic relief and humor that doesn't take you out of the moment, isn't too much. That was good. If the heart rate even changes? Melody will know. Melody will know. You're to come to Lingon Airport. We are doing a hostage exchange. They're not on the same page. Yeah, they are not on the same page at all. So, if Pakunoda's going alone, are they gonna take Pakunoda and give back Chrollo? But Chrollo knows who Kurapika is now. And so does Nobunaga. Everybody knows who Kurapika is now, so what's going on? What hostage situation do they have going on now? But I would guess Kurapika doesn't know this information yet. Kurapika doesn't know that they know, I think. They're really not on the same page.
それは団長をも否定する。それだけは
I love this little lore. Always learning more about the spiders. Her heart is on Nobunaga's side, but the rules of the spider supersede emotion and everything else.
今はね。でもさっきまでパクノダを追うかどうかも。余計なこと言うんじゃねえ。もしもし。30分以内にアジトに戻れ。小細工をいくらしても構わないが、リーダーが死ぬだけだ。またすぐ連絡する。これじゃあ追跡は無理だね。そうか。
Where's Hisoka in this? This is what I just remembered. Oh yeah, Franklin and what the hell is that guy's name? And Hisoka just cannot wait. Hisoka can't leave. Oh my god, Illumi. Oh my god, this is all coming together. And I'm assuming this is their escape plan, is the blimp. Oh my god, this is so cool. So, this episode was so fucking good. Holy crap. The action, the dialogue, the writing, the pacing, the kind of episodes that highlight and showcase Tagashi's intelligence and creativity. This whole episode operated like a high stakes chess game. I loved it so much. Two parallel hostage scenarios going on. Gon and Killua both captive under the Phantom Troupe, and now Kurapika's strategic capture of Chrollo. I did not expect that. We have a symmetry and a duality between these narratives, and to adapt in the moment, on a moment's notice, redirecting the group's focus on a new target. And not just any target, the leader. No longer Pakunoda, go after the leader. And they all work together to get it done. We don't see Leorio in action very much. We haven't seen him utilize Nen just yet. I hope so soon. But he is a valuable, brave, loyal, honorable ally, friend, asset. To go in there, in the lobby, in the open, not knowing what would happen, make himself visible and known on purpose is incredibly risky, but also genius. Like, what's the cliche phrase? It's always the person you least suspect. The troupe would not expect the man talking on the phone, yelling, making a scene, making himself obvious to everybody to be one of the chain users' allies. Each and every person is fulfilling their roles and doing their jobs perfectly. Like Melody, such a sleeper Nen user. I keep saying that. She could hear all the troops' conversations, hear their footsteps, hear their heartbeats, know they were going to the hotel, knew what their plan was, knew where each and all of them were, what they were saying, and even know if they're telling the truth, like in the car. Killua, being so clever, so quick thinking, so adaptable, he knew they would go after Chrollo instead. He knew Melody would be listening to their conversations. He knew to look out for some way that Kurapika, Leorio, and Melody would try to confer the game plan to the two of them. And so he instantly caught the coded message Leorio was trying to give them. I love seeing people working together as a team. We knew Kurapika's plan, so we could watch it play out, catch all the little details, follow it. Whole time the troupe remained unaware. We got to ride the wave of suspense, anticipating the fallout of the troops' ignorance. That's what made it so fun. I was going through the episode a second time, like I usually do, to catch things I might have missed, either from talking or the subtitles just going by so fast. So I did catch the second time around that Killua said to himself he could escape Machi's threads by dislocating his fingers, which is wicked. I didn't read that during my reaction. I didn't catch it. He only needed 0.7 seconds to attack, just like Kurapika said. If Gon could give him half a second with his chains, that's all he would need. A full second if possible. That's a dream scenario, but half a second at the least. Now Gon and Killua were together, so Killua just needed 0.7 seconds to get free and attack and disorient the group in the dark. Killua and Gon worked together, and if anything, Kurapika got even a little more time to work with because it took the troop a few seconds to adjust to the room just suddenly going dark. That's what Killua said. It's also strange how much Nobunaga wants to be friends with Gon and Killua. It's a genuine but unsettling offer of friendship. Does Nobunaga have affection for them, genuine affection, or is it like purely manipulation? I think Nobunaga, he just enjoys how much fire they got inside them. Their attitude, their sass, like he says, their resolve. He even says to himself they remind him of Uvogan. He wants a new enhancer brother. So I think he'll fixate and set his eyes on Gon, the other enhancer. And with Killua, how strong does Killua have to be to break Pakunoda's arm? I could see Gon being able to kick her molar out, which he did, since he's an enhancer and he was able to break Illumi's arm before he even knew then. But I think it's impressive Killua was able to break her arm. But then is that pretty expectable? I'm always trying, well, like whenever characters get together, I'm trying to like analyze them and try and like rank or like rank their power as the show progresses. Killua is of course strong, being an assassin. He has the pure strength as well as the training, even before having his aura nodes opened. And as I've said, I suspect he's a transmuter because of his personality and being a Zoldyck, which is adjacent to enhancement. So he could bleed into enhancement while being a transmuter. And Pakunoda, like I discussed last episode, isn't some weak person. She's a spider in the troop. She's strong. She broke Squala's arm with ease, but it was an unexpected attack, and she's a specialist, not an enhancer, so I would assume her body isn't as durable, and she wasn't protecting her body, focusing her aura as a shield. I don't know. Like I said, when characters interact together and they're using Nen, I do like to just try and figure out where they rank on a tier list of sorts, or try to understand where their power is at that moment in time. What was super freaky was Killua having his claws caught inside Machi's chest, saying that she trapped his hand with her muscles. That's freaky and that's gross. She didn't even scream or yell in pain, nothing. Had his claws dug into her stomach, and he couldn't get his hand out because she like somehow not Nen manipulated, or maybe manipulated her muscles or contracted her ab muscles in a way to like Chinese finger trap his hand. Gross. But Killua only did that move to try and save Gon. His decision to attack Machi, despite knowing her abilities, shows his impulsive loyalty to Gon. A move he knew was likely futile shows the depth of his bond with Gon. A bond that now almost borders on codependency. These two rely on and depend on and lean on each other. It really juxtaposes the troop's fractured camaraderie. And so, like, connection, no matter how pure, no matter what side, connection carries inherent risk because of what you'd do or what you'd sacrifice for the other. But what I really want to take a moment to do is lay out what everyone knows about Kurapika. as it relates to what the troop themselves know. I want to make this clear for myself. If I make any mistakes somewhere, please help me. I just want to know everything everybody knows about Kurapika, so I'm on the right track. Because now we're getting into the whole identity thing. The entire thing this York New arc was leading up to was Kurapika's identity be found out, and now with this interesting play at hand here, I want to know what each and every character knows. So, when Gon and Killua were first captured, Pakunoda read their memories. At that time, however, in the car, she would not have gained anything really meaningful about Kurapika. He wouldn't even have like stood out in their memory. If you thought of it as like a Rolodex or just like passing images, flipping pages, I don't even think Kurapika would have stood out, because at that time, neither Gon or Killua knew Kurapika was a Nen user, even had Nen abilities, knew what his abilities were, or knew he was known as some chain user. Anything that they would have seen would just be like, okay, here's a blonde kid, a blonde teenager. I don't know how old Kurapika is. I actually forgot. A blonde teenager in some garment robes that most of the memories are either during the hunter exam, so, just an ally, or in other areas, like the Zoldyck Estate arc and stuff. So nothing really stands out. Because at that time, neither Gon or Killua knew Kurapika. All Pakunoda would have seen at the time was Kurapika's face and not thought anything of it. Just flip the page, flip the Rolodex, just a random person, not important. She didn't even share what she gathered with anyone else that we know of. Maybe she said something, but, she didn't use her memory bomb gun on anyone. So only she knew their memories, I believe. She also would have known Leorio's face from their memories. But when he made that scene in the hotel lobby, she wasn't there yet. Now, when she read Squala's memories, Squala knew Kurapika's name, obviously. Knew what he looked like, obviously. They were bodyguards together. And even knew he was the chain user, because Kurapika had indeed used some of the chains in his presence. Then she used Memory Bomb. So from that moment on, Pakunoda, Kurtopi, and Nobunaga, they were the three there who stopped Squala in the car on the highway. Knew the chain user's name is Kurapika and what he looks like. But they don't know what his chains do, because Squala didn't even know, and neither did Gon and Killua back then. Squala didn't even know all 5 chains. He only saw a couple, I believe. And it's only right here in this episode that Pakunoda all by herself learns everything about Kurapika. Pretty much learns everything about everyone. What each and every one of his chains does. That Kurapika is a Kurta clan member with a vendetta against the troop for killing his clan. That Kurapika has immense resolve in his chains. That he has a Nen contract. And what the Nen contract is, he has a chain dagger wrapped around his own heart. She would see that. She would know that. He has chain jail, which can only be used against the troop. So she knows how Kurapika was able to capture both Uvogin and now Chrollo. She knows about the judgment chain. She knows that that must be how Uvogin died. And she knows that Kurapika is a specialist. But I forget when Kurapika was telling Gon he is a specialist, if Kurapika also included what his special ability allows him to do. Did he tell Gon about Emperor Time and his ability to use every Nen type at 100%? I forget. If I don't, I'm going to look for it myself. I'm going to go back and make sure, but you can also tell me in the comments if I forget to do so after this discussion and after I edit the video. Let me know that. But if so, she knows about that too now. She knows all their allies, knows Leorio, knows about Melody and her abilities, so she knows how they will be tracked and be followed, and knows how Kurapika will keep track she doesn't speak, that she knows that every word they say can be heard, their footsteps can be heard, blah, blah, blah. But she can't tell anybody anybody else all of this most crucial information. The only info the rest of the troop will find out would be from Nobunaga and Kurapika. But they're missing very critical pieces of information, like how deadly and dangerous Kurapika truly is, that they shouldn't try to fight him, especially those two types of people. Kurapika, like Nobunaga, Kurapika, a lot of those people would not fare well against Kurapika and his chains. And doesn't this mean Pakunoda also knows Hisoka is a traitor? Kurapika told Gon and Killua Hisoka has his own agenda and is not really a spider. So she knows Hisoka is a traitor. She knows that Gon and Killua know Hisoka. They have a history. There's a whole relationship going on here. But I don't think she knows what Hisoka wants to do. I don't think she knows what his motives are. Because Gon, Killua, and Kurapika don't know that. Or at least maybe Kurapika does. I don't remember when the two of them met in their private meeting if Hisoka even told Kurapika what Hisoka wants. And even if he did, I don't think Kurapika relayed any of that information to his friends. So, Pakunoda, she has to keep her mouth shut. What choice will she make? Will she speak and get Chrollo killed, which would benefit the group as a whole, because they would all know everything there is to know about the vengeful chain user wanting to kill them all, as well as the fact that there is a traitor in their midst. This would keep the spider alive. Someone would take Chrollo's place, and they would replace the legs to become whole again once more. But if she doesn't speak, then she is following her emotions, wanting to save and protect her leader, the man who gave her purpose. Would he be disappointed in her decision? I don't even know how this is going to go down, because I thought Pakunoda was going to die. I thought she was going to be the one to get captured and used in a hostage exchange situation. And she would sacrifice herself to let everyone know what she knows, either blurting it out, or now that I know that memory bomb exists, that could be a possibility. She would have to have her hands free to do that, which is why I would assume, like, if Kurapika wrapped a judgment chain around her heart and says, "You will die if you speak any information about me," and she will do that, and right as the sentence ends, she dies. That's what I think would happen. I don't know. But now Chrollo is the hostage. Are they going to trade for her? Are they just going to straight up kill her when she shows up? Is Chrollo going to have to be the one to make a choice? I have no clue how it's going to happen or what's going to happen. This episode is all about loyalty and the psychological toll of loyalty, as well as of vengeance for both sides. And that will be a continuous theme in the next episode, obviously, as we see what ends up happening. Kurapika is threatening to kill Chrollo, which would simultaneously be just, but also ruthless. You would have justice, but also ruthlessness. By leveraging Pakunoda's loyalty, he weaponizes the troops' own bonds against them and exposes the fragility of their collective identity. That's almost poetic. Loyalty is a double-edged sword. Pakunoda remains silent, so you know she's conflicted. It's not an easy decision to her, which is why I feel like that sets up the plot, the story for an emotional death. It only makes sense writing-wise, like it's storytelling 101. I say that phrase all the time, storytelling 101. Her silence, after reading Kurapika's letter, embodies the series' exploration of sacrifice. As a troop member, her loyalty to Chrollo overrides her own self-preservation, which in a way even parallels Kurapika's own single-mindedness about himself. Her refusal to divulge critical info to her comrades, Her prioritizing Chrollo's survival over the group's cohesion mirrors Kurapika's own monomaniacal focus on avenging the Kurta clan. Both characters are defined by their trauma. Pakunoda's devotion to Chrollo, who gave her and all the troop members purpose and a family and an identity, who would have never had any of that in Meteor City. Kurapika's fixation on the Scarlet Eyes, symbols of a genocide that erased his own identity. So, is loyalty a virtue, or is it a form of self-destruction? One of the primary themes of this show is how gray morality not only can be, but is in this world. If anything, the whole point of Hunter x Hunter, when Togashi first created it, was to reject typical shonen tropes. Hunter x Hunter is supposed to be a critique of simplistic morality and virtues. And so the show also posits an amazingly deep and complicated, fascinating question. Are good and evil merely perspectives? This episode also explores the burden of choice. A lot in Hunter x Hunter has to revolve around the idea of free will and agency. Kurapika has set an ultimatum that forces the troop into a lose-lose scenario. Obey or lose your leader. Abandon your leader or witness his execution. What kind of choice is that? Each character is finding themselves trapped in their roles. Agency is limited by circumstance. And lastly, let's not forget Hisoka. The last thing we see, the last person we see, the wild card. What's he gonna do? Now would be the perfect time to kill Chrollo. He's about to be alone with Kurapika having captured him, but he's not allowed to leave the hideout. He's trapped. When is he gonna get ousted as a traitor? Will Pakunoda reveal the information, or will he announce it himself and get ahead of the curve? Will it happen next episode? How much stuff is going to happen next episode? I don't even know. This whole episode was just a storytelling Matryoshka doll, a narrative Russian nesting doll, layer after layer. Every sentence and every action reverberating with thematic and emotional weight into the next. This episode weaved strategy, trauma, and even existentialism together in a 20-minute package. The brilliance and perfection in this episode didn't just lie in its action or its climaxes, but in its dialogue and in its pauses, where characters confront the cost of their choices. Oh, it's in that kind of silence Hunter x Hunter whispers its deepest truth. It's when Hunter x Hunter is its most perfect. One of the best episodes, in my opinion, so far. As Pakunoda silently accepts her fate, and as Hisoka plots in the shadows, Hunter x Hunter is just reminding us, even victory is a form of surrender. And that's where I'm going to end the discussion here today. If you enjoyed the video, hitting that like button to let me know is very much appreciated. Better yet, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to stay in the loop here in this community. Keep the conversation going down in the comments below. And having said that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, stay you, have a good one.